Well, hi, everybody, and welcome into the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show on this Monday, kind of a stormy, rainy Monday. Hey, watch yourself now. Joined in the studio by Brownwood Lions head football coach and athletic director Sammy Burhead. We have a special guest in the studio watching the show today.
We wanted to see behind probably the biggest Brownwood Lion fan there is in West Texas, Sarah Bowe. My mother-in-law's here. She's got some stuff done, as you know, a couple months ago. She's back for checkups and all that, so she's rocking and rolling. She was running around the track earlier. I had to call her and tell her, get off the track. We had to practice. So, no,
Your
she
own mother-in-law.
Yeah, so she wanted to see what it's like, so Miss Sarah's here with us. We're glad to have her. Hey,
yeah, absolutely, Mrs. Bowe. Good to see you and meet you. I know we've
enjoyed listening to y'all. Y'all are excellent.
Well, thank you. Got that app going there in Alpine, do you?
She does.
All right, that's awesome,
I
man.
certainly do.
All right. Well, it's good to see you and meet you. And, Coach, I hope you had a good weekend. I know it got to be an interesting day for you yesterday out at the hideout
Sure
with
did.
the fires. Tell us the story. So tell us what happened.
Well, I had a great weekend. I mean, it was good weather. Had a chance to cook a little bit on for, I guess, when was it, Saturday? And enjoyed that day and got a lot done. And then Sunday, my brother-in-law went on a little trip on the other side of Hico and came back and drove up to my house, and everything was grand, and sat down for a second. I mean, I went in the house, and the lights had the power turned off. And I'm like, why would the lights turn off? So I set the clocks back on the microwave and stove like you always do and go to the restroom, and then all of a sudden the lights went off again. Sat there for about 20 minutes, we're on our phone. I was trying to get in touch with someone. Next thing you know, someone is beating on my door, and I'm like, who is beating on my door like that? And I look out, and there's a man sort of looking over into the house, bald head. I'm like, who is this guy beating on my door like that? When I open the door, it's the sheriff's office. And they're saying, do you know that there's a fire over that hill right there? You need to go. And I didn't, so we got out, and of course I didn't go. But I sat there and was just driving, trying to get a better view on a higher point right by my house, and then here come the fire trucks, and they were lost. They didn't know how to get, the roads can be deceptive out there, so I took them around the corner where the smoke's come from, and next thing you know, it starts coming over that hill, and out we went. But
Wow.
For a long time, it was scary. I mean, there was a lot of houses. The smoke was, just tremendous amount of smoke, and I saw flames everywhere, and I truly thought that those houses were going to be lost. And there's a lot of houses back there that are still being built, that are freshly built, people just moving in. And I had a sinking feeling in my heart because I just felt for those people. And you know what? Our fire department and volunteer fire department, I can't tell you what kind of job they did. They didn't lose a house one.
Wow.
And if you go through the burn part where it really hit the major, looks like a river run through there, you go right up to the people's houses, and it's burnt right up to the house, and they stopped it. So it's amazing. Not one house was lost or damaged. I did notice someone's fence in the backyard was burnt down, part of it. But other than that, man, the grass will grow back and the trees will grow back that were really hit. But you can't replace homes and things like that like you normally would, and the valuables that people have in their homes. So
Right.
Some of those firefighters stopped at the house. I just told them thank you, man, and sitting there praying that those houses were protected, and the good Lord took care of them. So it was a difficult evening. Power for some of us came on at about 10 o'clock, a little after 10, but then some of the people in the back, the telephone poles had burnt down and all that, so they had been without power. But as I left about 5:50 this morning, I saw the trucks leaving, the Encore trucks pulling out, and so I think they got power restored in the back. So scary moment, but everybody's well, and good Lord took care of us. So it's crazy evening, but it could have gone a whole lot worse.
I think some of the golf course got scorched a little bit.
It did, but like I said, that can grow back.
Yeah,
and it
will
easily.
grow
It'll
back.
grow back pretty.
Yeah.
But it's those houses that are just being built. I mean, you're talking $300,000, $400,000 homes back there that weren't even touched because of what the fire department did. So I couldn't praise them anymore. They worked diligently, and they were all over the place, man. And it was not just for an hour or so, it was for a long time.
Well, not only that fire, but the blanket fire and other fires. And boy, those guys are tired and exhausted. And please be careful tomorrow. We're going to back to dry, low humidity, windy weather.
Didn't get as much rain as we thought we were going to get today. And I was able to see the fire in May from my house. And then as I'm watching the fire at the hideout, I'm looking even farther in that direction. And you could see the fire going on at Blanket, and the smoke was bad that way too. So, pray for some rain. It just doesn't seem like we're going to get any.
All right. Thank you to all of our hardworking firefighters keeping us safe, and law enforcement too out there, just everybody, man. All right. Well, we're glad you're good and your house, everything as well. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little sports right here and kind of recap the weekend and what happened.
Yeah, I want to go back just a minute because, as you know me, I forget some things. But we had our Bluebonnet Golf Classic tournament out here the other day at the Hideout, and I failed to mention on the last radio show. I just skipped it, but I wanted to mention that Haley Martindale finished 4th overall for the girls. Mm-hmm. So congratulations to her. Sir Jones finished 1st overall for the boys, and Hudson Reagan finished 4th. And for the boys, they were 2nd as a team, and a couple of scores there that were not normal scores for some of our kids, were a little bit higher, or they would have won that match. But I want to congratulate them. Our girls softball team took it on the chin twice last week with losses to Abilene Cooper and Alvarado, but I know that they're going to work hard, and hopefully they'll bounce back. And congratulations to the baseball team. I know you were there the other night, and they were victorious against Gatesville 12-5, I think it was. Needed to get in the win column. I think if they play that way, they win a couple more games already. We wouldn't be 1-2. We'd be probably 2-1 or 3-0. So I look for some good things from them. And I also want to congratulate Ashton Harris. She went to Corpus Christi and competed in the girls powerlifting state championship. She finished 13th overall. And the important thing about that is she PR'd in 2 of her lifts.
Oh, wow.
PR is your personal best, personal record for you. So congratulations to her and her efforts in the powerlifting. So,
well, amen. I know today we have a little warm-up soccer for the girls, or they're playing right now as we speak.
Yeah, we're going to Decatur, and we're going to have a match, and we did some altercations to that. Alterations. How about that? To that, they actually have some kind of
my words.
Yeah, they have an indoor facility that they're able to play their soccer match in. So it's got regulation goals, and I talked to Coach Mosqueda about that, and she was asking if she could do it. I said, Coach, if you think that you can benefit and that your kids can get work when there's a possibility that they may not get it here today because of the weather, then I encourage you to do that. So they left earlier today, and they're headed to Decatur to play a simulation match or a warm-up match with Decatur to get ready for their by-district game against Greenwood on the 25th.
Yeah, that's part of a doubleheader with the boys. Both games in Sweetwater at 5 and 7. Boys take on Lubbock Estacado, so good luck to them. I know tomorrow the Lady Lions start district softball.
Yeah, important game for them. They're going to play the Glen Rose Lady Tigers, I think it is, at 5 and 6:30 at the softball fields here in Brownwood. So if you have nothing to do, man, go out and support those girls. The more people we put in the stands, the more energy they feel from the stands, the better off they'll be. Glen Rose is well-rounded in all sports, boys and girls. Yeah. They put a good product out on the field. So try to show up and support our girls and see if we can't get their first district win. They all count now.
Oh, amen to that. 6:30 coverage on AM 1380 KVWD. Yeah. And then Wednesday got a little golf.
Yeah, I want to mention that because they'll be golfing by the time we get the radio show done. So they'll be finished maybe. But the boys and girls will travel to Glen Rose again and play in the Dinosaur Invitational at Squaw Valley. So good luck to them. This is their last opportunity before they get into district golf tournament starting on the 28th of March. So good luck to the boys and girls as they go to try to knock the rust off or to get in shape to get ready to attack and play well in the district golf tournament. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought there. Also, just want to mention, again, Thursday we got the Blue Bonnets. That's for Class 1A through 4A, the small school division, if that's what you want to call it. We got 26 teams coming in. That's a lot of divisions. There's going to be a lot of good track going on all day Thursday. And then on Friday will be the big school, which is 4A through 6A. We got a lot of teams coming to that. There's going to be 8 or 9 teams there. We did have a team drop out, but that's because of fear of who they're running against, I think. But we're going to have Harker Heights and Lake Belton and Midway. There's going to be some smoke on that track, let me tell you. And we're going to go out there and compete and do the best we can. It's going to be a fun time on Thursday and Friday. The weather's supposed to be good. It's once again, Coach Howard's worked extremely hard in getting the Blue Bonnets back to where we want them the way it was when I was young and what everybody had a chance to run in. So I'm excited about the fact that we've got so many teams there. We're going to be doing sausage wraps for the coaches and that kind of stuff, which is something that most people don't do. It sort of sets us apart. We have a great venue with, 2 triple jump pits and 2 long jump pits and 2 pole vault pits and 2 high jump pits, and just the ability to start and finish on any part of the track that we want to based on wind and weather conditions. So great venue and great opportunity for people to come out and enjoy some great track, because it's going to be that. Also, Coach Howard's going to be here with us Wednesday. I'm going to let him just sort of run through the blue bonnets for you and give everybody a better run through. No better person to hear it from than him, so he'll be in with us on Wednesday.
All right, so Thursday, the smaller schools, 2 divisions, the big division on Friday. I'm looking at the smaller division schools. I'm telling you, there's some great athletes coming to town from some of those small schools. I know some of them. They can run.
Yes, they can. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun to watch.
All right. Is it free to come watch at Gordonwood, the track?
Yes, sir, it sure is.
All right, so no charge to come out. What about workers? I know there's always volunteers, helpers needed.
Again, if you want to volunteer, if you're an adult and you want to volunteer, contact Lisa Hasso at the athletic office. She can get you in touch with Coach Howard. He's put a list together, and he's got boys and kids, students working on certain days when they're not running, and we got some people that have been doing it for a long time that if we're going to just step right back in their role and do what they do. But there's always, you never know when you need to back up. So I would think, if you call Lisa Hasso, give me your information. We'll get Coach Howard to give you a call. If you need somebody, he'll let you know. If he doesn't, he'll also let you know that. And thank you for, volunteering your time to try to come out and help. But man, if not then, we're going to host the area track meet later in the spring. It's going to be a big deal too. And I really pitched us hosting that because I wanted to show people how we run a track meet off and how we let their coaches coach and not work events, and how we do that as a community, which in return, hopefully will bring more people to our Blue Bonnets in future years.
Well, I'm sure glad to see it's back up. As you said, 2016 is going to be a super Thursday and Friday out at Gordonwood Stadium. Looking forward to having Coach Howard in the studio with us on Wednesday. All right. Now, let's get on to some other big stuff right here. You ready for the Monday evening NASCAR update?
Well, I can only give you part of an update because I only got part of it recorded, but I did look, and William Byron did win it. That's another Hendricks Motorsports vehicle. I think Chase was second. Was Elliott second?
I know.
And apparently Kyle Busch, he was doing well. What I saw, he was doing really well, was in the lead, and then go second and all that. And my power went out. When the power went out, I didn't get to record it, so I had to watch it. But it looked like he was in an accident. He finished like 33rd or something.
My guy was in an accident. Yours
Yeah.
was in an accident.
My guy
His
didn't
was
finish.
an accident.
We
Yeah,
were
so-
0 for 3.
Yeah, so we'll
Ron
just.
Chastain came in second.
Yes, Ross had. He was actually leading and in second the whole race. Apparently, he did a good job. But they're at the Circuits of America in Austin. I figured that Carl or Star would get us tickets. We'd go that Sunday.
I don't know if we're getting tickets
Oh
for that.
well, Carl,
we have
come
in
on,
the
man.
past.
Hey,
No,
excuses.
we haven't for that one.
No,
Oh, we haven't
I'm
for that
joking.
one,
I
sorry.
don't have time to go.
Wait till the big races. We'll get you tickets.
Ooh-wee.
Right, Star?
Star
We're
on
in
it.
school still.
Yeah.
It's in May and then in the fall.
The fall
Ah.
never works
You're
in the
out of
fall.
luck this year.
That's the fall is when they do they're in the championship.
Yeah,
So I always
playoff
miss that because football.
Yeah.
But if it's on a Sunday, I may be able to hit it. So
All right. Hey, I want to thank you for donating a day with the Brownwood Lions and Sammy Burnett to the Cherry Pie Auction. Raised $14,900.
That's awesome.
It was more than last year, believe it or not,
Yeah,
just a
that's
hair
awesome.
more. So we're going to get a couple of kids lined up. They'll enjoy the day. I think that's for the September 16th. Is that Glen Rose game?
I would assume so. That sounds about right. I don't have my
Right.
schedule right in front of me, so I would assume that's right before we start district.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that.
You're
I know
quite welcome.
BISD donated a couple of other things that did really well, so thank you guys for that.
Well, I hope it's a neat experience for those kids. I think it was last year. Gives them a little vision they can share with their friends, what they got to do. It's only for one, person. You can't bring a friend, anything like that, because we do have a schedule, and
Right.
it's a pretty tight schedule, and it's a stressful environment, but we try to take the time to do what's important, and that's, teach those younger ones, what it's like to be a Brownwood Lion and dream of one day being one.
I know both those kids that won those last year, especially the one, he just in high
Yeah, it was
hog
good.
heaven.
Well worth it. Well worth
Man,
it.
no
Yeah.
doubt. And also BISD donated some Jordan Shipley cleats. Appreciate
that's
that.
cool.
That did pretty well too. All right, man, good stuff today. Getting ready for softball tomorrow, track Thursday and Friday, more baseball Friday, and golf on Wednesday.
2-day tennis tournament in Abilene. I mean,
yeah.
end of the week again, it's just booked. We got the Blue Bonnet Relays, of course. We got softball land passes. We got baseball hosts in Stephenville. We got girls and boys by-district soccer going on at Sweetwater. We got tennis in Abilene. Then we got baseball Saturday versus Mineral Wells. So busy schedule.
Yes, it is. All right, you got it all covered right here, y'all.
Yeah,
the man, the myth, the legend.
The myth.
What does your mother-in-law say to all of that?
She's biting her tongue over there. She's taught not to, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Huh?
I agree with you.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Well, it's good to see you, Mrs. Bo, Sammy's mother-in-law. Star, it's good to see you.
Always, Star.
Never see.
And Star
We see
doesn't-
her too much. No, I'm teasing.
She doesn't hack on me when my guy doesn't do very good. But you know what, Star? I have to admit, I was a hater for Logano, and now I'm starting to like him. I think he's a class act. So I sort of root for Joey Logano when I before wanted him to wreck every time.
He's my new guy, Joey Logano.
He's good. There you go.
Let's go. Let's go, Joey.
You need to pick Ross Chastain.
He's good too. The watermelon man.
I'm wanting him to win.
All
He
right.
will soon. How about Daniel Suarez? He did well too. And they're with Trackhouse Racing. They're brand new. So.
Trackhouse Racing. Sure it's not Stackhouse Racing?
No, it could be probably.
Hey, how about the Red Raiders moving on to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA men's tournament?
That's what I'm talking
Big
about.
12 was like 6-0 at one time, then all of a sudden, one down to one.
Yep. And then there was one.
Then there was one, the Red Raiders.
That's good.
All right. Coach, been a good show. By the way, on the cherry pie auction, Star and Randy did the video stream. Derek helped me on the radio. Really had fun this year and appreciate those guys and everybody that donated and bid. Thanks to everybody. All right, Coach, anything else today?
Let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Burner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howie Enterprises, Humphrey Pete's, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter Johnson Associates, Smith Sharp Agencies, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez Podcast, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we'll visit again on Wednesday.
You bet. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett on the Coaches Show here every Wednesday at this time on KOXE 101.3 and video streamed at KOXE.com.